She might say, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. To which you will have to be honest and say, I'm not. Can I tell you a weird thing that's kind of nutty? My first group of dudes that were close buddies, the first guy whose wife got pregnant, probably 6 or 7 months in, and we hung out, and she looked exhausted, just cashed. And I told my wife, hey, I'm going to hire them a house cleaner. And my wife looked at me and she was like, are you out of your freaking mind that you're going to hire a house cleaner just randomly for this friend of yours whose wife is 7 months pregnant? And I was like, what are you talking about? That'd be such an awesome gift. There could be a scenario, Andy, where you clean up your whole house and make it amazing and your wife gets home and it just signals what a failure she is as a wife and mother. And
either that or it seemingly goes unnoticed.
Often unnoticed means I can't even process this because then I'd have to deal with the emotions behind it.
Okay.
That sounds bananas. That's not to minimize what you're doing, but the bigger conversation still needs to be had. And this is when people come home with flowers. They come home and they're like, you're going to get the best sex of your life. And the other person's like, dude, I just want to go to bed. And people end up missing each other. Or you being able to be honest and say, hey, now that we're 2.5 years in, I feel like I'm 4th place in this house. You have to have space to say that out loud. But if you sit down and you point a finger and you say, hey, you're always at work, you're always dealing with this, you never have time for all of that is accusation. If you sit down and say, hey, I want us to spend 3 or 4 hours together, co-constructing the next world that we get to live in. She might say, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. To which you will have to be honest and say, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know how to love you in this season.
And we've certainly had those conversations. I'm afraid that if we have that conversation, baby number 2 is going to come up.
Do you not want baby number 2?
No.
Why not?
When she went back to work, first-time dad, I also work full-time, and I find myself at home with no help with a baby for 2 days straight.
Okay, let's have that conversation. That's the conversation you have to have. Sitting down and saying, hey, you've talked about baby number 2. I would love to have a huge family. I would not love to continue moving forward like we're moving right now.
Yeah.
And that's a totally different conversation.